They're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason.
Okay.
If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the policemen. You calling us extremists because our words have hurt your feelings, and we're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom. Y'all been filling up our classrooms with drag queens for kids.
What is going down, world? Oh, welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus. And what do we have here today? We have Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun. Your America, fresh off the presses, you guys. So we're going to dive into this, see what's cracking with these brothers. Now, this was released on Adam Calhoun's channel, so make sure you check out his channel, subscribe to him. But hey, man, woo, this looks like it's gonna go somewhere interesting. So let's get it started. Like, share, and comment on all the content. If you rock with the vibe, subscribe to the channel. You know what it is.
40-year-old boys are back in town. 40 boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, you guys, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget, we got original content on the channel. I have an interview with Tech9 on the channel, interview with Ren, yes, from High Ren, Stevie Stone, All Flows Reach Out, a bunch of cool stuff. We just dropped an interview today with Knox Hill. So you guys, check out the channel for the original content. I'm a hip-hop artist, so I got music, music videos, all that good stuff. So let's get it. Let's do this, man. So we got Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun back. It looks like they're dropping a new project called Brave 2. So you guys know what to do. Support your independent artists. And to help me become independent of the Matrix, blackpegasusrap.com. I'll put the link in the description for our new merch. 40. We got a bunch of 40 stuff, but we freestyle off the top of the dome on the channel. And we have a new brand, Freestyle Off Top. We got the bomber jackets, champion jackets, all that good stuff. So support the real home team, and let's get it, you guys. This is Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun. Your America. Let's see what these dudes are talking about.
They're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason. If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the policemen. You calling us extremists because our words have hurt your feelings, and we're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom. Y'all been filling up our classrooms with drag queens for kids. We think it's not appropriate, you tell us that it is. The complexities of gender and children won't ever mix when there's school shootings by women whose pronouns are him, his. I'm not Republican, but keep it 100, they making sense. The most destructive ideologies are coming from the left. I think Black Lives Matter, they think white lives matter less, and LGBTQ turned into WTF. Dear Democrats, I don't have nothing against the liberal, but the people representing you are communists and criminals. They've been starting World War III, we shipping missiles still. They don't want America great, they want it miserable. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America. I'm hearing words I never heard in life.
I wore the perfect shirt for today's reaction. Holy what? This is crazy. This is crazy as hell. This is crazy. Bro, we got to go through that first verse. The hook. Tom, Adam. I love this. I actually love the hook. And there's something about the change up when Adam comes in. He's like, you can get aggressive. Yo, he got to snap. Yo, this is tight. But okay, let's get into it. This isn't your America. What are they saying? This isn't your America. It's our America. Not mine, not the right, not the left, not black, not white. They're saying it's our America, us all together, United States, united we stand. That's what I'm taking it from, because in the wow, I got to be careful on this one, you guys. Let me keep it a buck with you. During the pandemic, I went ham on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I got banned from Twitter, almost got banned from YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, restricted. So the things that I can say, like, I know what they will not allow you to say on YouTube. I followed it closely, and it's unfortunate that we have to self-censor ourselves. But wow, this is crazy. I got to watch what I say on this one, you guys. I'm not trying to get banned for doing music reactions, but there's a lot here, and that's what's crazy. I'm literally telling you, sheesh, this is crazy. Okay, let's go.
That they hate America and we're the reason. If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the...
He just comes in like,
They're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason. If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the policemen. You calling us extremists cause our words have hurt your feelings, and we're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom. Y'all been filling up our classrooms with drag queens for kids. We think it's not appropriate, you tell us that it is. The complexities of gender and children won't ever mix when there's school shootings by women whose pronouns are him, his. I'm not...
Yeah, there's a lot of gaslighting being done, not in this song necessarily, in our society, and that's what he's talking about. Like this first part where he's just like,
they're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason. If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the policemen.
So, you know, they're saying that they hate America and they're the reason, right? Which one side is pointing at the other side. And then he's calling out the defunding of the policemen because in this narrative, like I have a homie that I'm very tight with, and he was talking about Minnesota being just off the rails now. It's so much worse than it's ever been. He's actually from St. Paul, but his family still lives there. He lives in Colorado now, and we literally had this conversation yesterday. And this is what happens, man. Like this is what happens when you fall into these I could just call it like indoctrination, like this demoralization of America that's currently going on. And dude, he hit that off the nose. The whole this part.
Calling us extremists because our words have hurt your feelings, and we're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom. Y'all.
And I feel that, man. Like these freedom. Anyway, the freedoms are getting stripped away slowly but surely, and even more, it's amplified in 2020. Let's not be naive and act like we're absolutely free. We get it. But the freedoms that we do have as Americans that are different than the rest of the world, we really cherish those. And we need to hold on to those. So, yo.
Filling up our classrooms with drag queens for kids. We think it's not appropriate, you tell us that it is. The complexities of gender and children won't ever mix when there's school shootings by women whose pronouns are him, his. I'm not Republican, but keep it...
That I can't even comment on because of YouTube. If I keep it real, if I went into the depths of how I feel about what he said and agree with what he said. Now, there is a part of me that I do believe we are in this crazy psyop where they do highlight small things like what he's talking about and make it seem bigger than it is in a sense. But I do believe that I agree with what he's saying. I agree with these sentiments. And these things, oh man, it's weird. As they grow, it is unique. Like I'm going to say this. This is what I will say on this subject matter. School is for reading, writing, arithmetic, and learning. That's it to me. Because once they took the Bible out of school, right? Or like, because let's keep it real. America is a Christian nation. That's what we were. And once you took, I don't even think you can pledge allegiance to the flag anymore. I don't know. I'm not in the school system and we're homeschooling. So I couldn't call it because I don't trust the things that I've seen. And because, you know, my partner, Don, who sits on this show, his son is 13 years old in the Denver public school system. And they're flying these flags. Let's say what they're talking about. Those flags get flown, but the American flag is not in the school. And that's where I'm just like, bro, like, look, I'm cool with people because at the other point, America is America. You are free to do what you want. That's what makes it dope. I don't care what you do behind closed doors, whatever. That's what our freedom's about. I'm not hating. I'm not going to hate. I'm not even going to get into the Bible says this about you, because essentially, if you're rocking with the concept of America, strip the government and the corporatization of America and talk about the American people, the people who fought for America, that freedom part of America, when we're talking about that, that's what I believe in, you know? Constitutional republic is what we are, right? So that's what I believe in, right? So I believe these people that he's speaking about, they have the right to do what they want to do. But there has to be a balance, y'all, because freedom, you know, is a two-way street. And that's why these type of songs are coming out, right? You can't censor a whole side of America, hundreds of millions of people, just because you're like, this is the way America should go. And yeah, I agree with the sentiments of what he's saying. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a psyop online and they propagate these things that are happening in school, but they do happen, and they're happening more and more. So him calling it out. Look, I have a buddy who's in his kid, 13 years old, in the Denver school system, and those flags that will remain unnamed for YouTube accuracy, yeah, they're in the schools, and the American flag isn't. Look, I don't rock with that. American flag first. I tell everyone my stance. American flag first, right? Because if you're going to come to the country, right, and you know how I like how Tito Ortiz will have the American and his Mexican flag to represent, but he always will like kind of rep the American flag first. I'm like, I don't care what flag you rep, because we got people repping the rebel flag. You got people repping, you know, the British flag in America. When you know the history of America, as long as the American flag's first in America as American, that's just what I rock with. That's what I put first. Anyways, it's crazy, and this is nuts.
100, they making sense. The most destructive ideologies are coming from the left. I think Black Lives Matter, they think white lives matter less. And LGBTQ turned into WTF. Dear Democrats, I don't have nothing against the liberal, but the people representing you are communists and criminals. They've been starting World War III, we shipping missiles still. They don't want America great, they want it miserable. You can try to burn.
There's so much there. I could talk for hours on these subjects, and it's like back and forth subjects, because I am learning and developing my stances, right? Like I feel like I'm somewhat of a moderate, but I lean a little right because just my feelings about freedom, the Constitution, and things like that. I'm also a believer in God. So there are things that I don't identify with the left, but also trying to be open to the concept of freedom, and I don't want the government in my life at a certain capacity, so I don't believe it should be in other people's lives at that capacity. So some things I might identify with my belief system. I also try to walk the line of seeing freedom for really what it is, the word freedom. So I can't impose certain things on this side, and it's a really unique walk to balance. And I mean, he's hitting it out the park. I do feel like the left is kind of pushing or trying to push these weird ideologies that, in my opinion, break down the family structure. But ironically, I also feel like the family structure has been broken down by economics, corporatization, certain greed, right? Because the reason our healthcare system isn't necessarily because of capitalism. It's because of the corporatization and the greed at the top, and then it doesn't become a free market. It becomes monopolies. So we see a lot of ripple effect from interesting things. And I'm still learning about a lot of this stuff, but I'm very self-aware about what's going on, because we are at a dangerous point, a tipping point in the demoralization phase of America, in what I believe is what's going on. And we are at a tipping point. And I think it does take some people to be actually, dude, this country's so dope. Let's listen to the song. I'm rambling.
Down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America. I'm hearing words I never heard in life. Kids go to school to learn, never make it back home, they get murdered. Like, who's concerned? Not the left or the right. Hope you're ready for the fight. Coming to your front door tonight. The former president got arrested, the current one lost, but I guess he got elected. Kids get molested, pedophiles all get protected, and you can kill a baby anytime if you're pregnant. People so weak, feel free to take a knee, and you can't even speak, God forbid you disagree. I don't even know what virtual signaling means. Young men used to fight wars, now they make memes. Divide us up, I'm pretty sure that's the plan. Got a gun in my hand for when shit hits the fan. And how the woman of the year is a man, I'm pretty sure I never really understand. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top.
Can I even talk about what Adam Calhoun just said in his verse on YouTube? Can I even talk about it, you guys? I don't think I can. Holy bro, these dudes are wildin', bro. This is crazy as hell. This is wild. And this, today is the birthday of hip hop, 50th anniversary. This is crazy. And this is what hip hop is, man. It's expression. And hip hop was always rebellious. And this is what is man, this is bananas. This is bananas. This is going to be big too. That's crazy. Holy.
For the fight, coming to your front door tonight. The learn, never make.
Hold on.
Second, it's not your America. I'm hearing words I never heard in life. Kids go to school to learn, never make it back home. They get murdered. Like, who's concerned? Not the left or the right. Hope you ready for the fight. Coming to your.
We've talked about that on this channel. Who is concerned? Because there are things we can do to protect our kids in school. You know, it's not, I've heard mad people ramble it off. It's damn cliche at this point. Like, you got all these veterans in our country that love the country and would love to help protect, you know, schools. And, you know, we have all this money to place all over the world, but can't even just, you know, get some veterans or security guards who are going to, you know, make sure these schools are safe from these crazy things that have happened in America, which it's really sad because I don't think that's happened in any other country. So that does now all these other countries looking at us like we're crazy. Then when you come out saying you're two-way all day, you look nuts. They try to, it's a really weird time, you guys. It's so crazy.
Front door tonight, the former president got arrested. The current one lost, but I guess he got elected. Kids get molested.
What? 81 million votes, homie. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get it? Come on, man. Anyways, no comment. I think you can talk about this on YouTube now, but this is, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not. Adam, what are you trying to do to me, bro? I'll let him say it, though. And the sentiment, bro, that's another one. I could go back and forth. My take is this, okay? During the pandemic, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram banned the Hunter Biden laptop story, okay? If you don't remember what happened in the elections in 2016, when the Hillary emails came out, things shifted. It would not surprise me if things would have shifted if the Hunter Biden laptop story would have came out. The Hunter Biden laptop story is out now. And all these things that you were telling us weren't true are absolutely true. That's all I'm going to say. If you don't think all these different things coincide, I'm not going to get into the other stuff because the internet's weird. And that is not I'll talk about this for days on Rumble. But yeah, dang, man, this is crazy as hell. I'm surprised let's go.
Hope you ready for the fight. Coming to your front door tonight. The former president got arrested. The current one lost, but I guess he got elected. Kids get molested. Pedophiles all get protected. And you can kill a baby anytime if you're pregnant. People so weak, feel free to take a knee. And you can't even speak, God forbid you disagree.
Oh, man. Yo, the flight logs. You talking about the flight logs, man. They're covering up the EP. You know the EP. You know the dude, the EP. Yeah, to the Steen flight logs. They're covering that up. They're covering their tracks. And people, I just saw The Sound of Freedom. Stuff is real, you guys. Everything they're telling you, no, that doesn't happen. It's not that crazy. Man, billion-dollar industry with what he's talking about. Dude, it's crazy. It's craziness.
Pedophiles all get protected, and you can kill a baby anytime if you're pregnant. People so weak, feel free to take a knee. And you can't even speak, God forbid you disagree.
You see, it is wild. This is why this music is happening, you guys. This is why these things are coming out, because it's like during 2020 and on, they literally are censoring a whole side of America, right? Even people who are in the middle who might just agree with some points on the right, they're all getting silenced, you guys. And I saw Patrick Bet-David talk about this. He's like, it's never gone good. Like, censorship has never ended well for any community. It always, like, that's like trying to find a balance. Censoring people is not going to find a balance. Healthy debate and open conversation so we can find a middle ground so we can all live together, right? You got to remember, tribalism is embedded in all of us from our ancestry and our history. So we're all going to like gravitate to people who, let's say, look like us, which I never fit in because I'm mixed, but it's all good. America, baby. But yo, it's wild. And so not being able to have open conversation and open debate and try to understand each side, which when Tom in his first verse said the left, it's kind of crazy because what I have noticed from the left, they never want to debate certain topics. There's certain things that they kind of run from and pander more, and they're not really, they never want to take on the crazy right-wing figures, you know, like the real radical, extreme right-wing figures, because they're like, oh, then we give them validation. I'm like, no, man, then you tear down the radical, extreme people, and you start highlighting the people who aren't so radical and extreme. And then you can start finding these bridges that we need for our country at this time, because we got to live together, bro. This is one of the dopest melting pots in the world. And it's actually a lot cooler than people think. But, you know, the culture war, man, they highlight it just to divide us.
I don't even know what virtual signaling means. Young men used to fight wars, now they make memes. Divide us up, I'm pretty sure that's the plan. Got a gun in my hand for when shit hits the fan. And how the woman of the year is a man, I'm pretty sure I never really understand. You can try to burn down the city, scream.
It's crazy because that last part you can't talk about on YouTube. I know that for a fact. Not in depth, at least. Not in depth. You cannot talk about it. I mean, bro, I'm raising a daughter, you guys. Okay? She's 4 years old. I love her to death. I love her to death. And all this division is nonsense, man. Because you can't judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see me like this today, cool. You know, the Patriots will be like, oh, what's up, man? You know how that goes, right? But I take off this shirt, put on a hip-hop shirt, you know, have my hat on backwards. I don't want to be judged, like, because I am a patriotic person that loves America. But off first rip, someone might not see that. And if there's this culture war going on, something could happen, you know, like in certain situations, something could happen, right? But then even on the flip side, my daughter is very fair-skinned. And it's just crazy because it's like, what if something happened to her because of her fair skin? But then it's like, she's literally black. I'm black and Mexican. You know what I'm saying? And this is that messed up, divisive nature of what's going on in our country that's really sad. And it's just like, yo, man, he's calling out a lot of things. But again, to being a man raising a daughter, seeing some of these things that people are saying are acceptable or okay, it's not. It's not, bro. And I'm going to leave it at that. It's kind of vague, but I think the people who are watching this understand what I'm saying. But yeah, that's my baby girl, man. I'm a protector from nonsense, and that's just what it is. So, you know, you see these things going on in our society, and you're like, look, man, I'm cool with people being people, but there's certain things where it's like, yo, there's certain lines that, in my opinion, like, you know, there's everything going on with sports, female sports, and all this different stuff. It's just like, hey, are we going to nip this in the boutte now, or are we going to just let things keep continuing, you know? And I don't know where things are going with that. And it's a really touchy subject on YouTube, so it is what it is.
At the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America. You told us we're the ones to blame. You're the ones who riot till the city's up in flames. You told us we've been spreading lies, but you believe the truth is on the news every night. You told us we gotta stop the fighting, but you're the ones who keep the country angry and divided. You told us we're crazier than you, but all of our conspiracy theories are coming true. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America.
Yo, I forgot to shout out Nova on American Flags. Nova, she's still doing all his videos. It's epic. All right, you guys, make sure you're subscribed to Adam Calhoun. Just to wrap this up with a bow so this doesn't go into 30 minutes long, because there's such a deep, complex conversation here. I just think it's funny, man. He's like, all your conspiracy theories are coming true. And, when I almost got banned on all these social media platforms during the pandemic, no one has come back and been like, yo, P, you got this one right. You got that one right. And in instances where I might have got things a little bit wrong or been a little off, because I never went crazy, like just jumped off the ledge with conspiracies. I tried to be really, as moderate as possible. And I'm seeing things that I'm like, okay, tie into some of the beliefs that I had originally that, like, dude, all this stuff is coming out. The statistics, I mean, boom, baye, with a lot of different things. And so what he's saying is right. He's saying, I don't want people to get this your America thing twisted. I believe what they're saying is this is our America and not Tom and Adams and not the right-wing America and not the left wing and not moderates or libertarians America. This is our America as American people. And the other thing I'd like to do is we got to make this separation from the government and corporations, because when they say it's our America, this is our America to take back from the government, who's just supposed to kind of make sure, they're just supposed to manage things. They're not supposed to run our day-to-day lives. The corporations aren't supposed to be, sprinkling all this money on government to have influence to run our lives. They play a place, right? And we play a place. And that's the whole concept of we, the people. And I believe that's what they're saying. Your America. This isn't your America to the government. This isn't your America to the corporations. This isn't your America to the left. And maybe they're even saying this ain't your America to the right. It's our America. It's all of our America together. So I'm going to try to wrap it up with that, because also what we need is some glimmers of hope and light. Because if we're just always at war with each other, we're not going to be able to see the decency and good in people on the other side. Because there's a lot more people in the middle, or like middle left or middle right, than there is on the far outside extremes. So I'm going to end it with that. I really enjoy what these brothers are doing, because the other thing is, in this society where people aren't proud of being from an amazing country that gave you prosperity, that gave you opportunities that we should build up so we can try to reflect these opportunities and give these opportunities and other things throughout the world, which you can do when you're very prosperous. Instead, they want to be like, nope, no more prosperity here. Take everything. It's craziness. So anyways, that's my take on it. Just a simple man. I like beans and rice. I dig this, man. And I know sometimes people come for me when I like this type of stuff, but I do. I actually really enjoy this. And this is real, man. But I do think there's a balance that we need to try to find as Americans. And I hope you guys are open to that. And let me know what you think in the comments. Yo, that was Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun, Your America, which is our America, you guys. Hey, hope you enjoyed this, man. Like, share, and comment on all the content. But if you're really rocking with the vibe, subscribe to the channel, blackpegasusrap.com. It'll be in the description if you want to support the merchandise, the 40 merch and the freestyle stuff. I'm out of here, y'all. 40!
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ, boy.